Hello there, everyone. Today um, we will be doing IT 9626 P4 2017, November P4. So this is the paper. It's paper 49626. You work. You're working for events company called Rock ICT. They manage events bookings for companies and venues in the local area. They also hire equipment to customers. Jared is the manager for Rock ICT. All files produced must be professional standard and suit the business context. All saved file names must contain your candy details. All currency must be displayed in euros. You must use the most efficient method to complete this task. You can provide with the following files. Open and examine the files carefully. Jared has designed a logo for Rock ICT. The design of the logo is this. The logo must be 200 by 200, guitar shape, black in color, 3-point red outline, have rock ICT curved, have white sound hole and strings, must be layered, create the logo in suitable source package, name it like this and transparent. Well, you can do this in Illustrator, you can also make it in Photoshop, and you can also do it in Flash. Today I will tell you how to do it in Flash. I will also, in my next lecture, I will also make the same thing in Illustrator as well. Flash can be used to make such a kind of um, logos very easily. Okay, so what we need to do is, first of all, we need to make it by 200 and 200, right? Control plus, I'll zoom in a bit, and then it has to be like this. So first of all, what we need to do is, the internal has to be black and the external has to be red, and the external has to be red, and that is 3 points, 3-point red outline, right? Okay, control minus, there we go. Bit more, right? Then it has to be shaped this way. So exact circle, and then it's something like this. So here we go. It's more like an oval shape. I'll just take this bit over there so that first I can arrange this properly so that it looks exactly the same. Right, it's quite the same. place it exactly in the center so that take out, press shift, increase size, make sure it's exactly in the center, and delete, take it out and delete. Right, we just need now the strings. Okay, one thing, this had to be a bit more fine. You see, this had to be right. So still we can do it. Just to go a bit back, I'm so sorry. Did some miscalculation. Doesn't make a difference, won't take much time. So this thing that we just made, I'll make it again. It had to be a rectangle, so it had to be a bit more, not that much, but just a bit more. There you go. You can see over here, yeah, bit less, because there is no exact dimension I've mentioned, so you just have to be as much approximate as possible. Right, just one thing I could delete, delete, delete. Right, now I have to make a 3 strings. No, they don't exactly have to be like one. I make it white. They have to go to where? Down there. First I had to Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Use the arrow keys. Now make sure that the distance is maintained properly. Here we go, and all I need to do is write rock. I export this as a JPEG in B4. Name it as, I will name it properly afterwards. 100. Right. So I will open this shop. Simply drag and drop this over here. It's 200 by 200. Right. And we use the magic tool and I'll write ICT. I'll save it as GIF now. And I have to save it as rock ICT. I'll close it down. Jared wants a short animation that can be used for advertising rock ICT. The animation must be the following. So what I'll do is size must be set to 512 to 88. Black. The background appears. The background appears for 2 seconds, which means I have to start from here. Insert keyframe because I have sorry 2 seconds. 2 seconds you can see over here. Then the text rock must appear in the bottom left corner, and the text ICT must appear in the top right corner. The text must be white. Okay. So '24. White. Fine. So the rock must appear in the bottom left corner here, and ICT must appear in the top right corner. The text, rock, and ICT must move from the corners to the center of the screen so that they are side by side. The timing must be for 3 seconds. Okay. So what I'll do is cut this. I'll add new layer, insert keyframe, and I'll paste it here. And I'll move this from 2 seconds insert keyframe. This is 5.2, no, 5 seconds. So 2 seconds, then 3 seconds. And same case, insert keyframe, create classic twin, and the text should remain fully visible 2 seconds. So what I want is that this should come and appear somewhere in the center. I want this to come here and appear here in the center, right? Something like this. And I want this to appear, the text should remain full visible for 2 seconds. So here we go. So 2 seconds I have to add is 170. This is 5, so 7. You'll see 7 over here. Okay, make sure that you do proper timeline. Okay, it works properly. Okay. The text rock ICT must then fade out. The timing for this must be 5 seconds. So I have to make this fade out. So again, I have to do is 5 seconds. 50, 120. This was 70. So 70 plus 170. 70 plus 170 is 40. So insert keyframe. No, sorry, 5 seconds. So this will be 120. So 120 plus 170, 190. 290. So this will go to 290. Insert keyframe. 12 seconds. 7 plus 5. Insert keyframe. Right? So I need to basically make sure that this is fade out and this does fade out. This is the question. Must fade out. The text best must fade in at the center of the screen and then fade out again. The text must be red. Uh, the text R of the to the center. What we were supposed to do over here was, this is fine. This is fine.
Someone is calling you. 0300.
Insert. Hello. Walaikum Salam. So what we want is that I'll simply insert keyframe and we will just turn this. Sorry. Sorry. What does it say? Okay, after it has moved, so we'll make it red. This is what they're saying, that as soon as because we want it to turn red, right? Okay, then we are here. Then it says the text, the best must fade in to center of the screen and then fade out again. The text must be read 24. The timing is in 5 seconds again. So we'll add a new layer. Insert keyframe. The best center and fade out. So it must the text best in must fade in the center of the screen and then fade out 5 seconds. So what I have to do is I need to extend this till 129, say 290, 291. 291 to 51, 12.1, how much? 5 seconds. Okay, 12.1, 5, oh, 5 seconds. 5 means 120, 290, 390, 394, 10. So it has to go to, so it's 12.1, it should go till 17.1. 17.1. There you go, insert keyframe. 17.1 exactly. So classic green, and what we need to do is the best must fade in the center of the screen and then fade out. So I will come somewhere in the middle. There you go. Insert keyframe, and I'll make sure that this 0 fade in and then fade out. It should happen this way. Right? Then what is best? The logo must appear small at the center of the screen. The logo must grow larger at the full. The timing is 3 seconds. So we want the logo now. So I have a new layer, and now I want is insert keyframe, Control R. There we go. Oops, I forgot to do this. So doesn't matter. Control B, and I can simply okay, and this goes to 3 seconds. 70. So 410, 480. This is 412. 412 plus 70. This is 482. 482, I believe. So keyframe 17.1. 20.1. So here we go. Insert keyframe. Sorry. Now what I'll do is I need to. The question says the logo must appear in the center of the screen. The logo must grow larger to fill most of the screen. So what I'll do is plus. I want the logo. The logo must appear small in the center of the screen. Okay, small. So we'll make it small first. And go minus, and we want it to grow. Screen. Done. Right. All animation must be smooth. The animation must be 20 seconds in length. Yes, it's 20.1. 20 seconds. Yes, exactly. The animation must be set to loop and export file. So what we have to do is I'll save it as again rock ICT again. Rock ICT. Save it. Remember to press Control Enter so that you generate the SWF file. Because if you don't do that, that was one of the biggest issues. You have to generate the SWF file. That is really, really important. Okay, right. Okay. Right. Close this now. Saved. Saved. Okay, state the meaning of FPS and describe its effect on your animation. Frames per second obviously means how many frames you have.
Okay, so we'll talk about the Excel part.
In animation, the
I'm
more
sure
frames you have, the more smoother
you
the animation is. Okay, so if you have an animation that has 5 frames as compared to 20 frames, obviously it tends to be much more smoother. Constitution, right? Make sure you enable the content. So you have to basically write this in MS Word and produce in Word. Documented this, right? So we have it. Next, we have a spreadsheet.
This 50 should have been a drop-down list.
You must have read the question thoroughly. I will simply do is I'll show you the solution that I prepared and I'll explain it to you how I've done it. Right? So I'll just minimize it. I'll open the solution for you. This.
Okay, so we'll talk about the Excel part. I'm sure all of you have read all this. I'll just show you the way I've just solved it. In order to save time, I have actually right. The reason why I'm doing this is because if you read the question carefully, you will see that they've mentioned over here is that method of selection must be validated lists. So we have to use validated list for this particular case. This 50 should have been a drop-down list. So what I'll do is this is wrong. I'll come into validation. So for that, what I need to do is I'll just type over here one list, and I'll browse type is equals to, and I'll put the relevant plus this input messages and error messages got here. Please do that yourself. There you go. So this is how I can select anyone from here, whatever it is, maybe 50, maybe 2. So for speakers, same way we select the list over here. The reason why I'm liking this is because if you read the question carefully, you will see that this mentioned over here is elastic concept that method of selection must for speaker cost. What we've done over here is we have said we have to use validated list is greater than 51. Then VLOOKUP. So what I'll do is I'll from B3, which is speakers, and compare it with the range A3 to C3, and I'll browse A3 to C3, and I'll put the relevant, and later on what you need to do is, and our messages accordingly, please do you need to basically get the data from the second column. Why second column? Because I want the data for up to 50 from here. Otherwise, if it's so greater, if it's less than we select the list over here. For lightning, we select the list. Whenever you use values, VLOOKUP, and you have if statement, and you have a condition. For speaker cost, what we've done over here is we've said means it will deal with V1 is greater than 51. Then VLOOKUP 101 basically means that which is speakers actually, and compare it with all the values with the range less than 101 C3 till 51. So you don't have to worry about the fact that and will the values less than 51 what you need to do is be a part of it. No, they'll not be part of it. Okay, basically
That's
get the
how
data from the
basically
second
statement
column.
works.
Why
The
second column?
next
Because I want the
if
data
condition will
50.
ignore the previous.
Otherwise, if
So I will
if
look
it's
look
greater,
up
if it's
again,
less than VLOOKUP, V3, and I will now
which
compare it with
means
the third column.
whenever you use
The same method we have used it over here.
VLOOKUP and you have if statement and you have a condition.
In case of this, what
So
we've done is
greater
we've
than 51 means it will
if
deal
it's
with
greater than 75, less
then
than
do what?
101
And
basically means
if
B9
that
is
it will
plastic,
actually
deal with all the values less than 101 till 51.
So if this
So you don't
statement
have to worry about
is
the fact
true,
that
do this.
then if
Will
this
the
statement is
values
true,
less than 51
do this.
be a
If this
part of it
condition
or
is
will
true,
not be
if
part
this
of it?
statement is true,
Okay,
do
that's
this.
how
If
basically
any
the
of the
statement
statements
works. The next
is true, if condition
okay,
will
so
depending upon
ignore
this,
the previous.
we will see what
So
the output
will
is. Whatever the output
look
is,
up again.
it
It
will
will
look up B3, and I
give us
will
the
now
result
compare it with the
according
third
to this
column
and false. So that's
this
so
works. The same method we have used it over
and
here. The same method
here we
we
have
have
used
used. This
it
was the question. Not what
over
really
here.
very much. In case of
complicated.
this, what we've done is we
Right?
said if it's greater than
Then we had a
75,
question.
then do what? And
Evaluate
if
effectiveness of
B9
potential
is
model.
plastic, we had to discuss the
It's
effectiveness of the
plastic,
model. We have to discuss
display
over
75,
here
otherwise display
how this is
105.
good. We have to
So if this
discuss
statement
that what if the
do
number
this,
tending
then if this statement is
exceeds
true,
more than 100,
do
then what happens?
this. If
It's
this
not
condition
very
is true,
effective
if
one.
this statement is true,
What if we
do
have
this. If any of the
seating
statements
costs
is
that we
true,
have to change. So
okay,
this
so
particular
depending upon
spreadsheet
this,
model that
we will
created,
see
it's just
what
limited
the
to some
output
certain
is. Whatever the
values.
output is,
So we have to
it
mention
will
the advantages. We have to
give
mention
us a
the
result according to
disadvantages.
this.
It's dynamic.
So that
It's
this
faster way
works.
of doing calculation, but there
And
are
here we go. This
disadvantages
was
as
question,
well.
not
So
what
we have
really
discussed
very much
both
complicated.
things.
Right?
For a rock acid is a holding,
Then we
even
had
for
a
its
question.
customer must have purchased a ticket for anyone.
Evaluate the
A
effectiveness
ticket
of financial
number
model.
will be
We had to
allocated
discuss
to
the
each
effectiveness
ticket
of
sold.
model.
We have to discuss
Open the file,
over here
customer.csv, and
how
add a
this
formula
is good. We have to
to
discuss
ticket number column.
that what if the number
automatically
tending
display
exceeds
exceeds
more
more
than
than
100, then
Okay.
what happens? It's
Right.
not very effective one. What if we
Go.
have seating costs that we have to change? So this particular spreadsheet model that we've created, it's just limited to some certain values. So we have to mention the advantages. We have to mention the disadvantages. It's dynamic. It's faster way of doing calculation, but there are disadvantages as well. So we have to discuss both things. For a rock acid is holding an event for its customers, customer must have purchased a ticket for an event. A ticket number will be allocated to each ticket sold. Open the file customer.csv and add a formula to ticket number column to automatically display the correct ticket number. Okay, right. So here we go. Add a formula to ticket number. Right. Must be the first two letters. For example, John Smith, it will be John, the first two letters and the last letter. Okay. Open the file and add a formula. So what we have to do is add a formula to ticket number. Must be the first two letters. For example, John Smith, it will be John.
So we need to calculate the ticket number.
The first two letters and the last letter. Right. So we need to calculate the ticket number. JON. JO and right S JON. Okay, save this as event customers. So JO and right S right this as well. This as well. Rockets needs to mail merge tickets for each ticket must display the ticket for details. The following requirements are also met. Save so this as must event be set. So customers. So Word. So what we need to do is each ticket must be set to size 7 centimeter to 8.5 centimeter. Only 8 tickets must be displayed. So what we'll do is, right? What we'll do is we will simply select from here is 5160. Rockets needs to mail merge tickets for each ticket must display the ticket for details. The following requirements are also met. Each ticket must be set. So and 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll simply one, two, three, four, five, six. What we'll do is we will simply select from here is 5160. Okay, which should be and 1, 2, 3, 7 centimeters height and 8.5 simply width. So here we go. We'll set in this way that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, which should be uh, 8.5, 7 centimeters height and 8.5 is the width. 8.5 plus 8.5 is 17. We'll set in this way that right, fine, and the height this starts from 1 and the height has to go till 7. Okay, eight point five 8.5 plus 8.5 is 17, right, fine, and the height this starts from 1 and the height has to go till 7. Okay, 21. 58. Right? So now what we need to do is, the question says that the ticket number must be italic, so we have to insert over here select recipients, '21. We want customers. So first of all, what I need is the ticket number, and this has to be right italic. So now what we need to do is, then what I have the question says customer for that surname, the ticket number must be italic, so we have to insert over here name space recipients, surname, enter, the ticket cost. This doesn't have to be now, all of them don't have to be in italic. They will say so. Don't have to be in cost. So first of all, what I need is the logo, ticket number, top, and this has to be italic. Then what I have is the customer forename and customer surname. So forename space surname, enter, the ticket cost. Logo. The conditional text to display VIP ticket if the ticket was 55, otherwise the extra ticket. So we need over here mailing, nothing else. If the ticket cost equals to the other top 55, this logo. The conditional text to display VIP ticket if the ticket was 55, otherwise the extra ticket. So we need over here mailing, nothing else. If the ticket cost equals to 55, this oh sorry, inserted the wrong one. And save this as tickets. Oh sorry, inserted the wrong one. Right? It is why explain why is it better to use mail merge than an alternative to create tickets. Obviously, mail merge is a very dynamic method of um, producing documents. Your data source is directly connected to your final document, and whatever changes you do in your data source are implemented back in your final document. It's a very effective way, faster, efficient way to produce multiple documents that need to be related with your data source, right? So so we need to discuss any alternate methods that could be used. It is why explain why it's better to use mail merge than an alternative which would take obviously mail merge time. You need a very dynamic method of report. Make sure it goes up to 180, 190, not more. Your data source is directly connected. Then you have this to your final document, right? And whatever changes you do in your data source are implemented back in your final document. It's a very effective way, faster, efficient way to produce multiple documents that need to be related with your data source, right? So, so you need to discuss any alternate methods that could be used. Okay, conventional methods, which would take a lot more time. You need to discuss this in the report. Make sure it goes up to 180, 190, not more than that. Okay, then you have this um, form part, right?